What's going on, guys? This is Moonchild, the dude no way, and today I got a PvE build for hunters that want to watch the world burn. Tree Gunslinger has a ton of ways to blow things up, and in this video I'm going to show you some exotics and mods you can use to chain explosion after explosion. To become the pyromaniac in space, the first thing you're going to want to grab is the young Ahamkara's Spine. This exotic gives your trip mine grenade a larger blast radius and makes them last longer. But you want it because it gives your grenade energy back when you deal damage with any solar ability. This means the trip mine itself, each one of the 3 knives from your melee and your super are all gonna fill up your grenade charge every time they hit an enemy. The more hits you get, the more energy you get back. With young Ahamkara's Spine, you're gonna chuck a ton of trip mines, and this is our first way to make explosions. To pair with that, there could be no better weapon for this build than the Sunshot exotic. Sunshot is the only hand cannon in the game that fires at 150 rounds per minute, and it's the OG king of blowing things up. When you get a kill, the enemy explodes and damages everything nearby. If anything else dies, that whole group starts lighting up like fireworks, and it'll keep on chaining over and over till things stop kicking the bucket. This exotic is legitimately one of the best weapons for ad clear. It's absolutely top tier, and it'll put down mobs of enemies in just a couple of shots. And there's a mod you can use that takes what Sunshot does and turns it up to 11. Wrath of Rasputin is one of the rarest mods in the game, and it makes kills with any solar explosion have a chance to spawn a Warmind Cell. When you blow these up, it deals a ton of damage to everything nearby. Sunshot and Wrath of Rasputin together is a match made in heaven. Between your hand cannon and the constant trip mine grenades, all those explosions are going to make a whole lot of cells, and that's the base of the gameplay loop we'll be creating. To take the pyromaniac power fantasy a step further, we're slotting the mods Global Reach and Rage of the Warmind. Global Reach makes your Warmind cells damage targets at a farther distance, which in-game translates to way the f*** over there. With Rage of the Warmind equipped, those cells hit 33% harder and the explosion's damage type is changed to solar. Now your Warmind cells can spawn more Warmind cells. These two mods together add a considerable amount of lethality to the loadout. The chain of explosions can start with only a single round from your hand cannon, and then all of a sudden there's fire everywhere and your enemy's body parts are flying all over the room. I've been calling this build the Boom Daddy, and it's insanely effective when you get it going in-game. Even in high-level PvE content, you'll be wiping the floor with minions of the darkness. But being a hunter without invisibility can be a scary scenario. It's a dangerous world out there, so to keep yourself alive while furthering the power fantasy, you want to grab an ignition code with blinding grenades. This kinetic grenade launcher was introduced in Season of the Splicer, and to get the role you need, just focus your Umbral Engrams at the helm. Blinding grenades are the go-to crowd control option for high-level content, because they lock down enemies in a stun that lasts for ages. Once they're blind, you're free to break cover and start dealing damage. When you feel like the stun's about to wear off, just pull out your ignition code and smack them with another grenade. As the master of explosions, it seems only fitting you'd keep yourself alive by blowing something up. This creates a massive safety net that's on par with invisibility in terms of keeping you alive. To open a fight, pull out the GL and launch it at the enemy's grill. While they're walking around all sad, use Sunshot to get a few guys low, then finish one off to detonate the whole group. They're gonna light up like the 4th of July. Each one of those explosions has its own chance to spawn a Warmind Cell. And if watching your enemies meet a fiery end doesn't fill you with joy, then maybe you need to think about what's really important. If you're getting value out of this, like the video, cause I just quit my job to make you guys content full time. Put on Power of Rasputin to make your enemies take more damage anytime they stand near a Warmind Cell. With everything you've got going on, you're spawning a cell every few seconds, and this is active more often than it's not. It's 10% extra damage from all your weapons, and that debuff stacks with things like Tractor Cannon and the Shadow Shot Super. You can tell the effect is active when the enemies start to glow, and a lot of times you won't even realize a cell spawns till you see them light up. When they do, you know somewhere close by is a handy little sphere you can use to blow up the whole room. That visual cue is a highly underrated aspect of the mod, and you should leave your Warmind cells up when you're stunning champions and pulling out your heavy. And speaking of heavy, for this build you want to find yourself something solar with the perk Chain Reaction. The Code Duello rocket launcher from Season of the Chosen can roll with it, and to get your hands on one, go to the Prismatic Recaster, click on Past Seasons and choose the engram called Explosion and Detonation. This is going to require hammer charges, so if you haven't done the quest from last season, open up your map, choose Vanguard and Battlegrounds on the bottom left. Run that quest line and you'll be farming rockets in no time. This weapon is amazing for shutting down champions, and when you fire it into a group of enemies, it's going to turn them all to ash. That first explosion makes another, which makes another, and when that happens, you're pretty much guaranteed a Warmind Cell. During Season of the Splicer, these are the artifact mods you want to put on, because they synergize with the loadout and let you stun those champions in higher level PvE activities. And if you want to blow some shit up, but you don't have the young Ahamkara spawn yet, don't worry about it. Because I'm going to show you a setup you can use to crush lost sectors and farm exotics fast, and to see it, all you gotta do is click the card on the right. Thanks for watching. I am Moonchild of Dude No Way, and I will see you in the next video.